corned beef and a little egg.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Can't take us nowhere.
At all. Okay.
All right, hey guys, we're back with another episode of General Gems, and I'm here with my amazing guest, Lynell. Lynell's gonna be over here providing some bomb advice.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm ready for it. So first, just tell me a little bit about yourself, bro.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so boom.
So boom. All right, I'm ready.
Yeah, I am actually from the Bronx though. So I'm from this little place that is known as Little Jamaica. I don't know why, but that 241st, that area. But I'm like Baychester area, so I grew up over there. Went to middle school over there. Well, went to high school. I went to Cathedral, and those were like, oh girl, that was a long time ago. Can you believe it's been that long since we graduated from high school? Like,
But we did that.
Well, we did. We did that, thank God, cause bruh. But I'm 21.
Hey.
I actually just turned 21, so believe it or not, I'm 21 with a whole lot of wisdom.
Yes, girl.
Oh, thank God every day.
As you should.
What else? I'm actually a college semi-graduate. I'm gonna explain. So I just recently graduated from college with my 4 year and 3 years. So I'm gonna say why semi. So because my college went through a whole transition period where it was like, we're gonna do quarters for 10 weeks. And I was actually in high school when I started doing this. I was like, boom, 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 boom. And I was like, I'm gonna get this degree. Y'all don't tell me nothing. So I got my degree. And in the middle of me getting my degree, they switched their whole curriculum. So now I went from having 10-week quarters to 15-week semesters.
Oh, wow.
So the classes that I took in the very beginning, which were credited to my degree, no longer account to my degree, which kind of really sucked. So I was like, great. And currently I'm taking my last 6 classes.
Yes.
And in August I will be officially done, and I'll be like, all right, let me give you this money, give me my degree, let's call it a day.
Sounds good.
So I'm excited for that. So class 2018. So that's it right now.
Okay. So they got a lot going on, girl. And first, can I just say you look amazing.
Thank you. We didn't got caught in the rain and all that.
She was struggling. Oh my! But she made it here. That is what matters. Okay. And I'm really happy.
I am too. I'm like really proud of you and what you're doing and what you're establishing within your college career. I think it's really important for everybody. Right now, I'm kind of like trying to figure my life out because I don't like saying it because I sound like I'm bloating, but I have this naturally creative vibe that a lot of people get from me, and lately I feel like I haven't touched it in a while, or it's been suppressed. I think because I've been so focused on everything that I'm trying to get done, and I'm not taking that time, which I found was so important for me, to really let loose and enjoy that vibe. So now that's being suppressed, it's kind of like, how do I talk about me? And I'm like falling apart. No.
I mean, it's good to talk about yourself.
Yeah.
Though. I mean,
it's great. It was hard. It's hard.
It is.
It's very hard when you're very humble about who you are as a person. And I'm gonna not talk about me. I'm not gonna go about what I've done, my achievements. Like my friend had to tell me, he's like, you have to be really proud of yourself.
You should be, yeah. Because people are gonna come for you.
Yeah,
for whatever reason.
Every day.
Like, you think the world revolves around you.
Exactly. And it doesn't. It's really being proud of yourself and taking initiative for all the achievements that you have actually done and put time. Nobody's like, you have to do this. Like,
right.
A lot of the things I've done, nobody told me I had to do.
You had to figure it out.
You had to really figure it out. Like, one of my first, like, when I graduated, I had all these like national honors and all that. So like, I got inducted to my National Honor Society for criminal justice like 3, almost a month ago. And I had my stoles to wear at graduation.
Nice.
And I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, and that was because I just kept my GPA up. And I was like, I ain't playing no games. Nobody telling me nothing. I'm gonna make sure I get. I mean, there was a lot of bumps in the road as well, but I was really focused on getting my degree, and getting a good job, and then buying my apartment, and moving out, and doing all this other stuff. And then I was like, wait, that don't happen like that. Life throws you curveballs, and then you're like, oh, but I thought I had my life plan. sure I said this right because I
Is
never
it,
say this right.
is it the National Honor
Society
of
Leadership and
Success? I got you.
I never say that right. And it's terrible. It's like, I don't know how to say that. That was like one of my main achievements, and then there was a lot going on. I think around that time my god sister had passed away, which was really hard for me, and I was also mourning my grandmother's death because it was just a lot of emotions going on at the time. I'm like, I can't be proud. There's like a lot of stuff going on. And she's like, okay, well, they want you to be like in this position. And as time went on, there was other achievements. Like I think there were only 2 semesters in college where I wasn't on the dean's list. And then recently, I actually got on the president's list. That's basically your GPA is 4.0 higher. And I'm like, wait, my GPA is 4.0? I just slept. That's it. I don't remember doing anything else. Like I finally like.
Congrats, that's
huge.
huge.
It's a lot of achievements, and I'm like, I can talk about them. That's okay to talk about them. Like,
you know what you should do? You should have like a portfolio of like everything. Because
And
you know, on your
do.
resume, you can't fit everything on your resume. So you should have.
You know what
everything.
I did? I got a good portion of like everything on there. Surprisingly, I was like, oh.
But you know how like they want you to have it on like one page. Yeah. So
Well,
like that's why I say you should always have like a separate portfolio of all your accomplishments.
Yeah, that's a lot. But you know you gotta take off all that babysitting stuff when you first wish to get your resume.
Oh my god.
I'm learning to be okay with my own achievements and understanding that you did this. This is you. This is what you have overcome.
Right.
And you've gotten to this point, and I was like,
And I feel like even aside from that, like a huge part of it that affects like how you view yourself and everything is definitely self-esteem.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I feel like that is like a huge issue with a lot of people, and some people won't even admit it.
Oh girl.
They're not gonna admit it.
Let's
you know.
be real. Be real.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness. I've always struggled with self-esteem, and people are like, when you're in a society that tells you your hair isn't supposed to be curly, you're supposed to be a certain size, you're supposed to speak and act and carry yourself a certain way, it kind of diminishes who you are able or allowed to be.
Right.
I know growing up, believe it or not, I was a little chunky monkey. And it was like, because I was a little chunky monkey, I was okay with myself. And until I hit about probably around the time I was like middle school, I noticed that I wasn't getting the attention that other girls were getting. I wasn't getting that, oh, this person has a crush on you, or this person likes you, or the guys want to come and talk to you. I would always be the guy's friend.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, so nobody's gonna have a crush on you? Like, I'm never gonna experience it. I'm never gonna get my first kiss. Like, I'm not, you know, like stuff you see in Disney movies and you're like, I want that. But then you're like, oh, I don't. Okay, cool. I'll just be the best friend. So that was where I started to realize that it was kind of it sucked. And then also in class I learned that when you start dating early, or at least have a boyfriend early, it also messes up your self-esteem more because you're trying to fit into this concept of what this young man wants, but he doesn't even know within himself what he wants. So that also does it to you. I didn't really have my first boyfriend until like recently, but you know, when you start like, oh, that's my boyfriend, you know, it's a different situation.
Yeah.
So I didn't get comfortable with myself until recently. The start of my 20s, like I was going through a lot of changes, just physically, emotionally, mentally, being in different spaces, trying to understand. And then also I moved. So me moving also shifted my friend dynamic as well as my relationship dynamic. And then the relationship with my family. I moved to Connecticut in June of last year. And by August, I had lost a very large group of my friends from school. My boyfriend and I had broken up. And it was a very, very, very hard time because when I moved to another state, I was like, I don't know nothing about Connecticut. I don't know nobody. My life is not here. I'm a city girl. Everything I know is in Manhattan. Everything I know is in the Bronx. Everything within the 5 boroughs, that's what I know. And I think me having to go through that with my friends and my family and my ex, it kind of plateaued me to be in a really, really bad space. And it was like, how do I get out of this space? Like, how do I evolve? And it's crazy because I really did come out of that fire and become the phoenix that I am now. I don't like to say it like that, but I really rose from the ashes because I was really in a very, very dark space. And because you're just, with most people, when you're thrown into change, it's kind of like, whoa. If you're prepared for it, I was semi-prepared for it, but at the same time, I was also still in school. So I was going through this dramatic change in my life with my family, who were very supportive, and they really started to understand where I was coming from. Recently, they realized that, hey, maybe she don't like it up here. And it's not our fault. It's nothing that they did. It's just like, all I know is here, and I'm trying to give up. I go home every weekend, and I'm like giving it a chance. I love Connecticut in small doses, and I appreciate what my parents have done because they didn't have to stay in the Bronx. They wanted to give everyone their own space and give everybody their own, their own peace of mind, and I really appreciate it because I like seeing my family together now and how the dynamic works now. Like, me and my little brothers are like way closer than we were had we been living in the Bronx because we actually don't see each other. So now it's like, okay, I'm in school all week and I work all week. Now I'm like, come home. I want to see all these. I want to know about all the girls, and I want to know about all the other stuff that goes on. And that dynamic is really good because it realized how much I really do appreciate my family and how much I love my family. Like, they're such a big part of me, and they're so important to me, and they help a lot in weird ways, believe it or not. Like, they're the most unconventional thing ever, but they're just so awesome, and they're like the best support system ever. And they help with my self-esteem. I got to the point where I don't care. I'll come outside, no wig, hair messed up. Don't care because at the end of the day, I carry myself a different. I carry myself with pride. I shouldn't say that like that. Like, oh yeah, she gonna come outside, her wig sliding off. Like, no, no. When you're told that these are the statures that you should be a part of, or how you're supposed to fall in line, when you know that you're okay with defying them, then you know you're truly good within yourself. Like, you know that I don't feel to conform to these norms because someone is telling me. I want to conform to my own norms because I'm okay with them. Like, I know within myself that I can go outside with my natural hair and be comfortable. Not because everybody else is doing it, but because within myself I'm comfortable. Even though it's a lot of work to maintain,
right?
I'm very comfortable with that portion of me. Like, it's funny, I had a shirt that says I have no tits. And I wear that shirt with pride because regardless of what, I have no boobies, but I'm comfortable with that. Coming up, I was not comfortable with my skin. I wasn't comfortable with my boob size. I wasn't comfortable with my body. I wasn't comfortable with a lot of things. And people would tell me, oh, you're too dark, or you're beautiful for a black girl, or you're this, or you're that, which is such a backhanded compliment. And it does affect your self-esteem. Even if your parents tell you you're beautiful, when you leave the house,
that's what you think about.
That's what you think about. You think about, oh, I'm pretty for this, or I'm pretty for that. And even when you meet guys, they're like, yo, you bad, or whatever, but you bad for this. I'm beautiful for who I am as a woman. Not because of my complexion, and I mean, I'm a little chocolate or whatever, but
oh Lord Jesus,
don't do that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to any woman. Don't do that to anyone. Don't objectify them because of their skin or how their body type is. Don't do that.
Because it's like you're complimenting them and insulting them
at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that to them. Like, no woman deserves that at all. Honestly, they don't. I'm like a big feminist. And it's funny because people are like, black women shouldn't be feminist, and you're just so violent with that word. I'm like, listen, if you learn what the actual word for feminist is and the actual construct behind it, people are using it not in the right sense. For a black woman to say that she's a feminist, people are like, oh, she doesn't like being around men. And no. Me being a feminist, I see women on an even playing field do the same job that my brother does and he gets paid more than me?
And I'm working twice as hard?
No. Absolutely not. And that even plays a role into self-esteem. Like to find out, I remember I was just scared because I'm gonna show the whole time. Like, I want to be Issa Rae when I get older.
Aww.
She's like my whole role model. But Molly found out, I'm sorry, I'm about to ruin the show for anybody that has not watched it. She found out that one of the
show.
No, I don't. But you have to hear why it messes with you.
Mm-hmm.
She found out there was an attorney within her law firm that was making more than her, and they did the same job. And I think that he had like an extra $3,000-$4,000 on his check than hers. So it's like, I'm doing the same job as you. I'm working twice as hard, and I'm getting paid less. And it's like, why? It messed with her. It really did mess with her. It's like, what am I really doing? Like, am I doing something wrong? And then we sit back and we're like, what did we do wrong? Like, why didn't we get this or get that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's tough. And then being comfortable with your own skin and being confident and building that up, it takes time. It does not happen overnight. And I thank God every day, like, I've gotten to this place where I'm very comfortable with who I am and where I'm going.
Yes.
I started modeling. Actually, my first shoot was actually like official. Like, not let's play around, let the camera. Like, my first official shoot, one of my friends actually was like, hey, one of my friends has a brand coming up and he needs models. I was like, all right, cool. It was, I'll never forget, it was Halloween last year. And he was like, all right, well, we're gonna start, we got some sweaters, we got some other stuff. And that shoot for me personally was like, whoa. When I saw the pictures come out, wow, like, we did that. Like, I did that. Like, to see myself on camera, one, and out of the conventional, like, girly, like, oh, I'm cute, I got on a dress. It was like streetwear. Mm-hmm. And that for me was like, oh, I like this. Like, I like defying this norm, because it's like, I could be tomboyish and still be sexy. Like, I can still have this whole, ooh, that's bad, like, that's tough. Like, that's just, that vibe is so important to me. And every shoot thereafter, I've tried to do something different. Mm-hmm. I tried to, I had a launch party for my friend's modeling company, and I was outside and I was like, I'm cold, but I want to be cute. So I took my sweater off. I was like, all right, I'm ready. And we took a bunch of pictures, and they were really good. After that, I went out with one of the photographers. Her and I, like, we networked, and we went out for like one of these like in the nature shoots, and went to Central Park, and I was just very silly and open. And to be open with your personality and who you are as a person, and being in front of the camera and being open is one of the most extraordinary things, because you're really letting someone see you for who you are, regardless if you have makeup or what. Mm-hmm. You're letting someone in to understand who you are in these pictures. And every picture tells a story. That's the whole point of media. Like, they tell a story, and even if it's not the story that you want out there, it's there. Right. Unfortunately, it's there. So you have to be very careful of how you promote yourself and how you put yourself out there. Like, also, me writing just want me to further my career in journalism. I want to, it helped me during that really dark time, and helped me through a lot of growing pains. Like, regular stuff. My heart, so weak, blah, blah, blah. But also when you're trying to figure out who you are and understand that I'm struggling to find out who I am. So I'm gonna write every piece of what I really want to be and how I feel, so that I can line them up in a way. Like, I can connect the dots. Well, I want to be here at this point. I want to be here at that point. So sometimes I try to make sure, like, within my poetry or whatever I write, it really does signify what I'm feeling at that present moment. Like, I've been in a creative writing about the blockade that I've been in, writing about the struggles that I've had, you know, being a woman, being a sister, being a friend, getting stabbed in the back by your friends, and, you know, stuff like that. You have to be open to write about your own struggles. And it's not like, oh, feel sorry for me. No, this is what I've overcome.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my struggles have helped me overcome to get to the place where I'm at, where I'm like, well, I did that, you know?
And you know, it's actually funny that you say that, because I remember I was like scrolling through Instagram, whatever, and I saw your Instagram live video of you doing poetry.
Oh God.
And I was like, wow, like and I think it's so funny because like my whole show is based on like, you know, empowerment and blah blah blah, but I was like, wow, like she's inspiring me, like, cause I used to do poetry,
right?
And like you really make me want to get back into it, cause like I'm seeing how passionate you are about it, and it's just like I can genuinely feel like those words that you wrote are like it's raw, like it's real. You know what I mean? Like
oh my gosh. You know what? A lot of it was for class, and I'm like, man, I gotta write them.
Oh my god.
But a lot of it, when I did write it, it came out real. Even though it was for class, it came out real. And then I went back and edited stuff after the semester was over. I was like, man, I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna really write about stuff that, you know, I feel passionate about, and I'm gonna really put myself out there. And that night I did on a whim. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of hiding all of this work that I have. I'm sitting on, like, literally I have books that like, oh, I got a story here, got a story there. All right, close it, throw it somewhere, pick it up in another 2 weeks. Oh, I'm gonna write some more, and then close it back. So that night, I was like, you know what? I'm tired of hiding who I am and what I love to do in my spare time. Either I'm crying, or I'm writing, and I'm sobbing, and I'm, hey, the world's ending, because I'm not dramatic. But and everything is burning when it really isn't. But you know, when I did that, it was really on a whim, and I was like, I'm going to put myself out there. And I was really happy I did. I got a lot of feedback. A lot of my friends were like, wow. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, this is real. This is what I do, and I'm not ashamed of it. I love it. I had professors tell me that I really have a gift, and I need to continue to nurture it. I'm like, well, okay, I really think I should, you know. And since then, I wrote a little bit, and you know, that blockade came off, like dry spout and not reading, and then last night I was like, I have to write down how I'm feeling, so I can at least portray it some way. Or if somebody asks me, well, how did you overcome this? And I'm like, this is what it is. This is how it's gonna be, and this is how I feel. So, yeah.
So would you say that writing and modeling are like the main things that helped you as far as like overcoming your self-esteem issues, or was there something else?
Yeah, writing, modeling. That was also a hobby. I love modeling. I love doing it. I love helping people.
Her pictures are good.
Thank you.
By the way,
oh my
God.
photographers have blessed me. Modeling was a hobby that I always wanted to do, and people was, oh, you're too short. Here's the self-esteem thing. You know? The self-short, you're too short. You know, you're too big. I'm like, listen, I'm a size 4'6". I cannot be too big. But they want people that are like frill. I'm like, I like to eat. I'm driven, so you know, we put down some food, my jerk chicken, and my oxtail, I'm rice. I'm not gonna cut that out of my diet. Like, excuse me, what? Can't cut that out your diet.
Right.
Anyway, so I was like, you know what? I don't have to professionally model. I can model for those that are on the come up. And my collaboration with Foreplay, which was my friend Ori, who, like, his clothing line is amazing, guys. If you Foreplay, that's the name of the brand. It's amazing. They got a lot of stuff on there. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. But there's a lot of stuff that that I've realized that have helped me with my self-esteem. Even opening my mouth and saying something is even more important. Like, having the support system that I have within my family, being able to open your mouth and say, hey, this is how I feel. pay attention to it. It's really good. I really appreciate my family for understanding and just hearing me out when I'm going through a really rough time and understanding who I am and my self-esteem issues. And just like, okay, well, you're beautiful. I know that, but this is what I'm going through.
That's the first line they always
You're
give
beautiful.
you.
I know that, but this is what I'm going through, and I just want you to know like that.
It's very hard to just tell someone with low self-esteem, like, oh, you're beautiful.
It's hard. It's hard for them
to
to like.
just love yourself.
Yeah, no.
Like, if there is something like behind it, you know, like there's like, and it's not just like how you personally see yourself. It's like how you think other people see you.
But you know what I've learned. It doesn't matter how other people see you.
Yes.
It's really about how you see yourself.
And it takes a while.
And
to
it takes a
understand
while.
that. Yeah.
I think that's why my personality is so like, yeah, whatever. But at the same time, I can still sit here and talk to you. Like I can still be like, you know, professional.
What advice would you give to someone who is still kind of struggling with their self-esteem? Because I feel like I remember I had that issue with a friend. She would always like bash herself to me, and I would keep telling her like, you know, it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, because you're trying to support them.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, but you're so beautiful, and you have this going for yourself. You have blah, you have this, you have this. You can't really, you know, like they have to kind of fan up for themselves. Yeah. So like, what advice would you give them?
I would tell them to take every day in stride. You know, every day is a new journey. Every day is a new awakening within yourself. Like you have to understand that Rome wasn't built in a day. There's some days I still wake up and I'm like, why? You wake up and your hair may not come out the way you want it to, or your makeup may not come out the way you want it to, or anything like that. And it's just like, well, oh well. You know, you have to take time with yourself and be patient with yourself. You just have to not be so hard on yourself. Take time for yourself. Make sure that my professor told me this and I was like, I don't know how to be selfish, but she said, you are the most important person in the world. And it kind of gives, when she said that, because I explained, because it's not like you're the only person that matters, but right now in your life, where we are, and especially in our 20s, is the most selfish period of time because you're still trying to figure yourself out. And when she said you are the most important person, you have to put yourself first when it comes to some of your life decisions. And that's so important because at the end of the day, it's not going to be your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle living your life for you. It's going to be you. So you have to put yourself first. And that's so important. So important. I think that everybody that struggles with their self-esteem or struggles with, you know, everything, put yourself first. Like, take care of you first. Like, you matter a lot. Like, there's so many people that struggle with literally everything. Like, I know there's a point where I struggled with anxiety, and it was just like, I don't know how to do this. Everything was burning at one point. I was like, I don't know what to do. Everything was a constant panic. And until I said, I'm going to therapy. You're going to what? I'm going to therapy. And I took that time for myself to understand, like, yo, I feel like when you start taking time for yourself and realizing that it's about you, it becomes easier. When you start putting yourself first, it becomes a little bit easier. It's not gonna happen right away, but it comes a little bit easier. You know, your journey, it's about you and the people around you. So you come first, and then the other people around you, let them help you.
I completely agree with that.
Let them grow with you, and you guys grow together. Even when you're looking for a partner, like grow with, you know, start to build a foundation and grow together. Like literally build each other up. That's important. Even with friends, you have to build each other up. You know, and also be very careful who you give your energy to. Who you give your...
I'm sorry. One more time. I don't think they heard you.
Be very careful who you give your energy to, whether it become friends, relationships, whatever. Be careful because people will manipulate you.
And they will take your energy from you.
And they'll utilize it so that it benefits them. Like, I believe in that so strongly, and it was crazy when I went through the things that I was going through with my friends. I had one friend in particular who took a lot of energy from me, and she would suck the life out of me. And I'm in a better place than you are right now, so I feel even better. And I'm not saying that to be shady, but it's like, you're still stuck with that same energy I used to have, and now I'm in a different headspace. So now you stay there and be stagnant in that. You know, you need to grow from that. And if no one's pushing you to grow, then there's a problem. If your friends and your group of peers do not push you to grow and be in uncomfortable situations, they're not good people. You need people that are going to elevate you, and people to push you to want to be in better places, be in different spaces, and put yourself out there. That's so important. And I've learned that through time, like, you have to be people that want to elevate you.
Yes.
So, Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time.
That was some real good advice. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? I can only talk on what I know.
Right, yeah.
And what I have experienced myself. So,
because you never know, there might be someone out there who has like completely different advice, or they're in a completely different headspace,
like,
you know. But I think you hit on a lot of the major points, though. Because you're so annoying. But definitely, especially like the people you keep around you, like that definitely helps.
So important.
Oh my goodness. My last question for you is, how are you going to use your talent to spread positivity and awareness about self-esteem? Because I feel like your poetry is just amazing. So how are you going to use that to help others?
Me,
you got it.
Writing and sharing it will help someone. You know, help someone get out of the situation that they're in, or the space that they're in, and, you know, help them. I want to be on a platform where I can allow people to really hear, you know, the struggles, and hear like, hey, you're not alone. I feel like that's also something that's really important. I feel like through my poetry, I will continue to exude that information. Like, hey, this is what people are really going through. You're not alone. Other people are feeling the same way you're feeling, and we're here for you. So, yeah, I'm gonna continue to write and share my pieces. I'm gonna share my pieces and allow people to continue to hear my voice and how loud it is, because I won't be silent. I won't stop, and that's really important to me. Like, you know, being consistent, and even when I go through these writing blocks, I still want people to know that I still really do care about my passion, and I still really do want to empower women, people, men, everybody on that spectrum of human. Because you don't want nobody to feel left out, but everybody on the spectrum of human to feel included and feel like they're not alone.
Yes, girl. Yeah. Oh, you're so lovely. Such
I've been trying.
Make sure you guys go follow her. I'm gonna put all of her social media information below.
Okay.
So,
We live in a generation that feels like everything is a struggle, but my struggle seems to run more than skin deep. My struggle is the drive to defy all of these social norms. My struggle is to understand that my hair, and whether either it be curly or straight, threatens the way you see me, or how I give off. My struggle is to understand that I am beautiful, not only for just a black girl, but for myself. I have this desire to understand that I am woke, and I am able to love outside of the islands that my ancestors were dropped off at. My passion is to understand why I can't be a creative woman that also wants to do arithmetic. I want you to understand that my struggles as a black woman are not just about being a black woman, but to understand that they're just for who I am. Oh my God.
Beautiful.
Oh my God.
I really hope that someone is really able to take away something from that, because I feel like
there's a lot going on in that.
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot.
It is. You know, I feel like some people, they just listen to poetry. Oh yeah, that was nice, and then, you know, just go on about their day.
Oh, cool.
It's very crucial to like take something from that, like, and apply it to yourself. You know, like, so like, is there like one or two like specific things that you think are like really important to take away from that poem?
The struggle point because there's a lot of us are like, we struggle, but I feel like a lot of times my struggle, not that my struggles are different or they're better or whatever the case may be, but my struggles, they kind of help me grow.
Yes.
They help me grow, either hopefully positive, more so positive than negative, but they allow me to be in a better space and understand that, hey, society is just going to be society and you have to grow from it. Mm-hmm. And even though your struggle was there, it's present, you don't have to wear it. You don't have to wear your struggle. You don't have to let everyone know you're struggling. Continue to grow from it, evolve from it. That's important. That part. Also, the whole gender barrier. Oh, I'm a woman. I'm this. I'm a person. I'm a person. I go through things too. We all go through things. I'm a big person. I wear my emotions on my face. I'm like, I wear my emotions on my face, and I try not to, because you can't go into the workplace like that. You can't go through life wearing your emotions on your face, because everybody will know something's wrong with you. Now, I'm not saying don't tell anybody that you're going through it, or open your mouth and struggling with really something inside of you. Say something. Please open your mouth. People will listen. Just don't nag.
Yeah, I feel like there's a huge difference between like sharing, something you're
and then
going
telling
through,
everybody, oh my God, my life is a joke. Like, relax. Your life is
or
a joke.
you have those people who just like complain all day.
I mean, we all complain.
No. All day long. Like, cause I'm not gonna lie, I used to be one of those people, and it wasn't until after I started hearing myself, I'm like, why am I
not complaining? I got life.
Yes, exactly. Oh my God, yes. And there's been like so many like deaths happening like around me, and it's just like you really do have to appreciate like
where you are.
Cause like I feel like people like they go to school. Oh my God, I hate my school. I hate my classes. I hate my this. I hate my that.
You have the opportunity to get educated. Like what? There's people in other countries that don't get educated at all. Like oh my God, please stop.
And like I'm not gonna be a hypocrite because I do like say that
I
sometimes
about
too.
My school too.
But you really do have to like at some point sit back and say like, wow, like I'm healthy. I'm able to like breathe. I'm able to
drink clean water. Like
exactly. Like appreciate life. Live life. If there's anyone watching this video right now,
live your life. Live your best life.
Watching this video right now, and you are struggling with self-esteem, if you're struggling with anxiety, depression, whatever, I just want you to know that it only gets better from here. Okay, it's no possible way it can get worse. You have to stay strong.
Yes.
No matter what, keep positive people around you. You have to keep yourself positive.
That's so important.
Yes. And you have to stay level-headed. Okay,
yes,
no matter
always.
what it is you're going through, you have to stay level-headed.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Woo.
Empower yourself.
Yes,
okay?
for real.
You gotta sometimes pat yourself on the back. Like, girl, you did really good on that test. Self-love.
Always.
Oh my God. You have to be your biggest fan.
Oh my gosh, you have to be your biggest cheerleader.
Yeah, honestly. Sometimes I be in the mirror, like, girl.
Yeah.
You
talk about, oh, you look good. You see how your
yes.
edges swimming?
Oh God. No one is gonna love you more than yourself,
that's a
man.
fact.
I'm
Nobody
telling
can
you.
love you more than you. It's so important.
Because people will get you upset all day long, and you
Every day.
will always have
Every
yourself to fall back on.
That's
always.
Important. Always.
Oh my God, I love if you guys were like here in this room, like if you could feel her energy, like oh my God. But thank you so much for coming on this interview with me. And I really love everything that you shared today. And is there any last things that you want to say before we close out?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate being here, being in the space, and giving me the platform to talk. Thank you. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. This is so great. This is so great.
You're welcome. So make sure you guys tune in again
Please.
next Thursday for another YouTube video, for another interview with another amazing and talented person. And thanks for watching, guys.